A major storm is forming across eastern Australia, Melbourne and Brisbane, facing severe thunderstorm risks. Good day to all viewers tuning in to this special report on VTB Tien channel. If you are in eastern Australia, from bustling Melbourne to vibrant Brisbane, please pay close attention because one of the strongest weather systems of the season is now developing and could bring a large-scale thunderstorm outbreak across the entire region over the next 48 hours. This morning, the scene across southeastern Australia has changed completely. The sky is covered in thick gray clouds. Cold winds are blowing strongly from the south, and in some areas the first rumbles of thunder can already be heard, signaling the beginning of several highly unstable atmospheric days ahead. Satellite imagery clearly shows a cold air mass slowly moving across South Australia since Saturday. This cold front, like a cresting silver wave, carries moisture and dense cloud layers and has now begun spreading into Victoria, bringing steady rain and scattered thunderstorms to many areas. In particular, central Victoria, including Melbourne and its surrounding regions, is already experiencing persistent rain, with some areas seeing heavy downpours and strong wind gusts. In South Australia, rainfall over the past 24 hours has been moderate, enough to cool the air but not enough to cause flooding. However, this system isn't stopping there. It continues moving eastward, merging with moist onshore winds from the Tasman Sea, creating an atmospheric mix ideal for widespread thunderstorm formation. Let's take a look at today's storm forecast map. A long band of yellow, orange, and deep red stretches from central Australia all the way to the Queensland coast, the clear sign of severe storm and thunderstorm potential. At this point, two key areas are of greatest concern. Southeastern Australia, including Melbourne, the central regions of Victoria, and the southern parts of New South Wales. Southeastern Queensland, especially Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, and Gold Coast, areas with high population density and a direct threat from tonight's thunderstorms. Meteorologists say that every storm forming within the red-shaded regions on the map has the potential to become severe, producing torrential rain, damaging wind gusts, and even large hail. Such conditions could lead to property damage, falling trees, hazardous driving, and localized flash flooding. Starting from Sunday afternoon and evening, the entire central part of Victoria, including much of metropolitan Melbourne, will likely face the most intense thunderstorm outbreaks so far this October. Forecast models indicate that massive cumulonimbus clouds are gradually forming in the northwest of the state before moving eastward and southeastward, directly toward Melbourne. Northern and northeastern suburbs of the city are expected to be hardest hit, as cold southern air clashes with warm, humid air from inland Australia, forming a perfect setup for severe storm development. If you are in Melbourne, please be prepared. Monitor radar updates constantly. Avoid unnecessary outdoor travel between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. today. Keep your phone fully charged and pay attention to warnings from the Bureau of Meteorology, as emergency alerts may be issued at any time. While the south is dealing with the cold front, northern and eastern Queensland are facing a different type of threat: unstable and moisture-laden skies. A weak trough is gradually forming along the eastern Queensland coast, pulling in warm, humid air from the Coral Sea. The combination of high humidity and the region's hilly terrain is expected to trigger intense thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and evening. The regions of Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, and Gold Coast, three of Australia's most well-known coastal cities, all lie within the high-risk zone. Forecasts show that storms could bring wind gusts exceeding 90 kilometers per hour, large hail, and rainfall totals above 80 millimeters within just a few hours. Additionally, the Darling Downs and Wide Bay Burnett areas may also experience strong storms with frequent lightning. Some models even suggest the possibility of small-scale tornadoes late this afternoon, especially along the southern coastal areas of Queensland. Between these contrasting weather zones, New South Wales, NSW, is becoming a region of atmospheric tension. The northern part of the state is receiving warm, humid air from Queensland, while the south is being affected by cold air spilling down from Victoria. This contrast is the perfect recipe for the development of severe thunderstorms. Regions such as Riverina, Central Tablelands, and Hunter Valley are forecast to see showers and scattered thunderstorms, with some areas possibly experiencing large hail. By evening, northeastern NSW, including Grafton and areas near the Queensland border, could see storms spreading southward from Queensland. As we move into Monday, the cold air mass over the south will gradually move offshore, allowing Victoria and South Australia to return to drier, more stable conditions. However, the story doesn't end there. Further north, another deepening trough is expected to form, stretching from central Queensland down to the southeast coast. This trough is expected to be the main trigger for the next round of widespread storms and heavy rain. Monday, scattered thunderstorms mainly from north of Brisbane up toward the central coastal areas. Tuesday, the trough deepens further, drawing in significant moisture from the sea. Rain is likely to spread into New South Wales, possibly reaching as far south as Hunter and the Central Coast. Wednesday, the system gradually shifts offshore. Those scattered coastal showers and lingering storms may persist. During the 2 peak days, total rainfall could exceed 100 millimeters across many coastal regions, particularly in central and southeastern Queensland. If strong thunderstorms occur, extreme rainfall could cause localized flooding, road washouts, and transport disruptions. Looking at the accumulated rainfall map through midday Wednesday, a thick band of dark blue and purple, indicators of heavy rainfall, stretches from the Townsville, Mackay, and Rockhampton coasts all the way down to Sunshine Coast, Brisbane, and Gold Coast. This region marks the core rainfall zone of this event. Meteorologists forecast average rainfall totals over the next 3 days as follows. Central Queensland, 50 to 100 millimeters. Southeastern Queensland, Brisbane, Gold Coast, 70 to 120 millimeters. Northern New South Wales, 40 to 80 millimeters. Victoria, Melbourne, 20 to 50 millimeters, mainly on Sunday. These numbers can vary greatly depending on thunderstorm intensity. In some severe cells, rainfall could exceed 150 millimeters in just a few hours. Therefore, the Bureau of Meteorology advises residents to stay away from low-lying areas, creeks, and flooded crossings. Never attempt to drive through floodwaters. Stay updated via the BOM weather app and official communication channels. All in all, what's unfolding today and in the coming days represents a new chapter in this year's storm season across eastern Australia. Melbourne, Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, and Gold Coast are all within the direct influence zone of this complex weather system, where cold and warm air masses collide, producing spectacular yet dangerous thunderstorms. If you are in an affected area, please have a safety plan ready, follow official updates closely, and most importantly, don't underestimate early signs of severe weather. This storm system will eventually pass, but public awareness and preparedness remain the key factors in minimizing damage and ensuring safety. We will continue to closely monitor weather developments over the next 24 to 72 hours, bringing you the latest updates on rainfall, trough movement, and any new storm warnings that may be issued. Thank you for watching this special weather report. Stay safe, take care of yourself and your loved ones, and always be prepared for the unexpected changes from Australia's skies.